Now you already understand how to become a truly masculine man in your life, what are the traits required. You need to ask what type of questions, but you need to understand you are a loner right now. Without a gang, you are nothing and you can be killed anytime. So in this video, I'm going to share how you can start a gang and how you can restart this world. You already understand that there is a need to restart this world because women and government and the wealthy people are imposing their personal interest over males, and they are just working their ass off in order to make those interests fruitful to them or to be fulfilled. So you need to understand that women and especially the feminists are asking that males and females are equal. They need to be equally proportionate with the rights, with everything, with every else thing. Especially in India, if you ask about these equality rights, you can simply understand females have more rights than men. And if a female wants to brutally sexualize, or you can say ruin the life of a man, she can easily do with just one FIR. I don't know about other countries, but especially in India, this is happening more frequently because people are less masculine, females are taking over, and they are just doing such type of things on a daily basis. So if a nature which made us doesn't make us equal, then why you are asking for that equality? Ask yourself. I know females are much better than males in some areas, and males are much better than females in some area because we have their different roles. Males are dominant, they wants to lead, they wants to provide. Females are submissive in nature, they want to take care of their family. These are the ideal roles of a male and female nature, but people are screwing up the things. Now if you ask yourself that if I talk about the women, what they are trying to do, they are manipulating males in order to seek their interest in their reproductive system. Just like I shared earlier, that male can pass their genes within 5 minutes, but female takes 9 months to give a birth to a baby, and there will be around 12 to 20 years more in order to make that baby to a fully grown teenage. So in that time period, females are manipulating men in order to take care of those babies, in order to take care of them when they are vulnerable. That's why they are just readjusting the motors of males in order to seek and refuse the battles, and they seek interest with the pleasures and the physical rest that woman is providing to us, which is completely a garbage. Our body and the mind is not meant for that thing. We are here for battles, we are here to hunt, we are here to provide, and women are just trying to manipulate us. And even if I talk about the globalism, males have no identity, or you can say have no value in the global, because they are just using as a labor. They have a fixed price for their skill set, and they are getting paid accordingly over the global level, and they can be interchanged with any other person because a lot of males are just holding the same skill set. And you can understand by this little thing that we don't have any value of a male. Even if he honed those skills, he can be easily replaced by any other person. So if you just shift your mindset from the skills you really record in your life to the skills these companies, these industries, these females, these feminists are trying to portray on yourself, you eventually go on a wrong path. And in the end, when you will be around 70-80 years old and you didn't achieve the things you really wanted to, or your body really wanted to, you will be criticized by your own mind, and you will not be happy in those last years of your life. Do you want this thing? I don't want. That's why I'm working on my goals, I'm working on my businesses, I'm working on my physical body, I'm working on my mental spirit. So you need to work on the same things. And if you ask that when men are going to change these things, the pharma industries and other industries, the chemical industry and the feminists, so what will going to happen according to me, just like I told earlier in the video, that we are on the verge of destruction, on the collapse. So what men will do, either they will form democratic parties, or they are going to do it in the traditional way by making gang of mans, and they will start taking over the regions. They start collecting their own people, they start honing up their skills, and ultimately they capture region by region to the nation, then whole nation, and afterwards they are going to stabilize the whole world. So just like I told you, there is a way of man, similarly there is a way of woman, and the way of woman is all about the security, prosperity, and the globalism. So any change in the honor and the way of man needs to restore the balance and harmony between sexes, will require the disruption of all three aspects. Because if a way of man is to become more masculine, then it's gonna hamper the other areas, because currently they are taking over all the world. If you really want to give a man a true essence of their masculine nature, give them a disappointment. Whenever a male is disappointed, whenever he is not doing good in his life, his subconscious mind is totally triggering that you are not doing in your life. And when you give a disappointment in that phase, interphase is started, where that person start becoming loner, start working on himself, and further he will enhance himself in every aspect of their life, either it's physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, financially, and last emotionally. So whenever you want to push the things, well, just like I said, this world is already on the verge of destruction. So if you just want to push the things little bit fast, just give enough disappointment to enough males, they will take over, they will start making gangs, and they will take over the world and stabilize the things. People are saying become more rational, Pranshu, become more, males need to become more rational. Don't you ever think that male lost their true essence, their masculinity? What is more irrational about that? Men are not rational no more, they are getting weaker and weaker day by day. That's completely a garbage damaged, because if a male is not working on himself, he is going to lose all the real aspects of masculinity and he will be lost in his life. So we truly understand here that how females are just taking over the world and how we need to restart the world. Now we are going to understand how to start again. I just want to share that this is not for any specific interest of your life. If you really want to grow in a better areas and you are positive in your life, then this video is for you. And if you just want to make more gangs or who are just brutal in their nature, or gang wars, some type of thing, please stop this video. This video is not for you. This video is only for the people who want to prosper financially, emotionally, physically in their life. So let's start how you can start a gang of yourself. First, you need to understand when gangs start making, and what is the need of that, and how it gonna impact your masculinity and how it gonna impact the society. Afterwards, I will let you know the steps how you can do the same. So you need to understand when there is a state or in a nation which is weak, where there are no opportunities for the men to grow economically, and when they cannot provide for their family, then a war start happening between men and the government and the states and the nation. So they start gathering together, they start protesting, and afterwards they start asserting their own will, own thoughts on the government, on the states, because they are not getting fulfilled with the most basic criteria of the life, which is food, which is opportunities to work and to earn, and lastly to protect their family. If these things are missing, gangs start happening, making in the small areas, then the region, then the states, then the whole nation. And furthermore, they are going to assert their own will against the states. I know this will be a little harsh, but this will going to happen in the end. I'm just giving you a future voice. I'm just acting as a future voice, and you need to understand that I'm not providing these details for you to start a criminal enterprise. This is just to make you aware what is going to happen in the future, and how you can make yourself better in this process. So if you really want to understand how to grab honor, how to become more courageous, how to become more strengthful, then you need to understand there are a couple of factors you need to drive together, not alone. I know you can lift weights, I know you can fight, but if you are together, you can fight with more people, you can lift more weight together, you can push more things together. So that's a real importance in our life, that we sit with other males, because when we sit with other males, we change our thought, we push each other, we criticize each other in order to push past our limits and to become better as a man. Most of the people say that Pranshu, my wife is ninja, my wife knows MMA and other things. I don't care. They don't have the muscle mass a man has. So I don't care if your wife or if your girlfriend or if your sister is ninja or some MMA expert, because ultimately men can break them with their one fist only. So it's a completely harsh truth that females are not stronger than males, and we need to accept it. And this is just a, you can say, a cringe activity of a female, that they want to be there in all the activities of a male that he is doing. That's why they are doing such type of stuff. They are just manipulating males, that they are there for them. They will not leave you. That's completely a crazy thing, that because they also know that they are not physically better than males, but they are just manipulating us that they can save us in the brutal scenarios. Let me tell you the harsh truth. If any brutal scenario happens, if any brutal fight happens, she will be the one who will walk away, or she will be the one who will take that person's side instead of you. So man, this is a harsh truth. You need to get together your shit, and you need to be strong on yourself. And lastly, you need to understand the need of isolation. You need to isolate yourself with your male people, with your gangs of men, in order to excel in your skills, in your masculinity phase, in your becoming a better person, because these are the person who is going to push past your limits, who is going to push you to hone more skills, who is going to push you and to make you understand how to suppress the feelings in brutal scenarios, how to show your feelings in right scenarios, how to navigate in the right path of the masculinity. So I was just watching a video. I know this will be a little harsh for you. So I was scrolling my Instagram, I was learning some business video from them, and suddenly a video comes up of Andrew Tate. I admire that person because of the masculine nature, and I learned a lot from him. I know you're gonna despise this fact. Actually, you learned from Andrew Tate, which is a misogynist. So what I am also okay. So what he was saying, that multiple things are going on this planet because of females in the government. Most of the things can be solved within a moment, but how? Whenever women are saying anything, just say shh. Just that's it. A woman is suggesting you something on the critical scenario, on such type of brutal fights, then just say shh, I can take this over, because they never went into the fights. There were no history that men are fighting with the women, so women are leading the fights in the brutal scenario. So they are not good with the fights, they are not good with the masculine nature. So stop that bullshit. Don't listen to them. Listen to your male friends. Learn from the books and the scenarios from the successful people, and just navigate in your life to become a better person. So now we are going to understand what are the steps to start a gang. First one is the proxy proximity. Proximity, what does it mean? Whenever you are engaging with any other male friend, whenever you are opening up a conversation, whenever you are thinking that now I'm going to draw a parameter, I'm going to grab my friends, bring them here. So what do you need to do? You need to engage in a conversation with the people who are close to you. So let's suppose I'm living in India and I'm making connections in Africa, Los Angeles, Mexico. That doesn't mean to you, because if any dangerous situation happen with me, or if any brutal activity happen with me in that particular area, it will take days to them to reach out that particular area. But if a person is living 50 meters, 100 meters away from me, I just call him, I just give a ping on a message, and that person can literally come up in order to help me in that dangerous situation. So what does it means to you? Whenever you are making male connections, whenever you are trying to make your parameter, try to make friends which are nearest to you geographically, and it will help you to set up your gang. But second point on how to start a gang is choose your us. Just like I told you, when you define a parameter, person inside that parameter is us, person outside that parameter is them. So whenever you are engaging a conversation with any male friend, and whenever you are trying to bring them in your parameter, so choose them wisely, because they must be skillful. You can start a group by opting any, you can say, topic, just like ethnicity, religion, sports activity, gun shooting, horse riding, whatever the activity you want. So you can start a gang with that, but ultimately you need to understand man with opposing natures as well as the opposite viewpoints can help each other to hone their skills, but man with the same viewpoints is going to help you out in your brutal scenarios, in your war scenarios. So try to make the friends who have the same viewpoint, and they will push you farther and you will push them farther, and you can achieve your goals as soon as possible. And last part is the fraternity. That's a crucial factor. Just like I told you that you need to make friends which are close to you, you need to pick friends, pick male who are on the same viewpoint just like you have. But at the end, if you are not bonded with them, if you are not giving them time, then it's not going to happen. Because whenever you are starting any relationship, if you are not giving time, if you are not understanding that person, if you are not having some viewpoints with each other, if you are not having some clashes, then you are not going elsewhere. Because let's suppose if you, and especially if you are making any online friend, try to meet them as soon as possible. The reason is, whenever you are meeting any person online, they are completely different person. They can say that they have the same viewpoint with you, but in the reality everything is opposite. Maybe they are having friend with your people who are not good with you, or they are in the opposing gangs, they are just trying to steal some information from you. So a bunch of stuff can happen. But when you meet that person in the reality, you can read that person from his physical language, his verbal voice, how he is interacting, how sharp he is, how easily he can understand the criticality of a situation, how easily he can handle those situations. So these things come up very easily. So you need to make those friends having same viewpoint, and you need to meet them on a daily basis. You need some environment, you need some place where you can hang out daily basis. You can share your thoughts, and trust me, within 1 month you can see the changes in yourself, how you are getting redirected in a true masculine place. And if you are thinking that, Pranshu, where I can find such friends who are truly masculine, or who are on their masculinity journey, or who are doing better in their life, you can find those buddies. You can go to the gun range, you can go to horse riding, you can play paintball, you can go to gym, you can play any sports activity together, you can start any boxing sparring activity together, in which you are fighting with each other and enhancing each other's skills. So you need to understand, if you are not bonding with them, if you are not challenging each other, then you are not going elsewhere. And always remember, I just want to share this with all the males, that if any bad scenario happened with you, if any bad or critical activity happened with you, or going through any disappointment in your life, these are the male friends will help you to come up from this situation, and they will help you to rise. They will help you in every worst scenario of your life. But if you think that a female can help me, she will be the one who will walk away first. So always remember, share your thoughts, your feelings, and the critical activities in your life only to your male friends, because these are the ones who will stand beside you in your critical scenarios of life by giving just one call. I really want to thank two of my close friends from my hometown, Aligarh, and I really appreciate that whatever support they did in my life. Just like 2020 was the pitiest year of my life, and these two people were there to help me out. And if they were not there, I don't know how I was going to stabilize myself, and how I was going to be redirected. I'm getting emotional in that point. I'm not going to mention their names because they feel finally you said it. But the reality is, these are the people who took a stand behind me in that critical scenario when every word shut down. No one was coming out from their homes, and in that critical scenario, they helped me. They helped me to smile. They helped me to stabilize my mind and to become better. So I truly appreciate your help, and this is all of you. Try to make male friends which having a common interest and give time to this relation. This is going to help you a lot. So that's all. Now we are closing out the playlist. I told you everything how you can pursue the true journey of becoming a true masculine man. I'm going to shut down this video now, and I will be summarizing all the videos in a one video. I don't want you to visit that video in the starting. Just go with all the videos, because in every video I gave much more detail, but in the last summarized video I'm going to share only few thoughts. So I will be giving just brief scenarios over here. So walk with all videos, become a true masculine man, and I will be the one who will be happy when you become that true masculine man and you grow economically, spiritually, socially, and first and lastly you are able to protect and hunt for your family. So thank you, and I also want you to understand how you can become a better man. For this you need to watch out this video right now.